Good morning. Yes, I know a little bit later than usual, but there's a good thing for it. For those of you who can see, I've got a green armband on. You may think, what's that about? Well, it's what they are giving. I don't know if there's color coded for the day, um, but it's when you go down to the state capitol, you have your temperature checked, which I wonder about, but that's another state story. And then you are given an armband to show that you're safe to come in. In other words, I went down to the state capitol today. Why, you may ask? Well, to help stand in support against these voting rights bills that are chipping away at people's rights to vote. Especially this bill that I've called on Twitter, and it's a bill that won't die. You know, you may think vampire, zombie, something like that. It's a bill that just won't die in committee. They kept reviving it. Anyway, Senate Bill 485 that had died 4 times, not once, not twice, not 3 times. I don't think not even 4 times, but it died 4 times in committee. But guess what? The 5th time it passed. Aren't they not supposed to keep running a bill? I mean, if it died, I thought the rules were if it died twice in committee, it's dead, Jim. But apparently not. Apparently, it's like, whatever, That's about that on that. But anyway, Senate Bill 485, it's a bill that you may think sounds good, in order give to give the voting people a little bit of extra day to prepare for the regular election. It takes away Monday vote here in Arkansas. But it's not good. One, if voting deals already have it set up, they can set up the voting precincts on the regular precincts on the Monday, and still leave the early vote precinct up. In fact, Pulaski County did something this last year that they kept the early vote precinct up, probably with fewer machines on election day, and then they had regular precincts open too on election day. But they did have the Monday vote. This bill just takes away that last Monday vote and will make it harder on people to vote, not just regular people, but also people with disabilities who sometimes have trouble finding ways to the polling place on election day. We may say, well, they still have 2 weeks to vote beforehand. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're able to. By allowing people to vote on the Monday before election day, it allows for scheduling for people to help take them to the polls and stuff. Well, you know what? We don't like that. There's no reason for this bill. There's absolutely no reason given. In fact, they can't even explain why they even think the bill is a good bill. They don't know. I mean, if they could give a reasonable explanation, fine, but there's no reasonable explanation when election officials and everybody has said that they have no issues with having a Monday vote before election day. Anyway, I went down and stood in opposition of Senate Bill 485, and I'm glad that I did. It felt good to get out and see people, to do a rally, to advocate. As a self-advocate, I miss those things. I mean, some people may say, well, I can't do that. Maybe you can't do it in person. That's fine. But here's the thing. There needs to be people on the front lines doing stuff like that. There needs to be people calling, tweeting, emailing. You know, everybody can advocate in their own way. Everybody can speak up. So my thing is this: if you agree that Senate Bill 485, which cuts one day of early voting out, is a bad bill for voters, call, tweet your senator, the Arkansas senators. I think we're going to see some stuff that we're not, we've had to stand back because of the pandemic, and that's a bad thing, and I miss that. I miss doing things, but you know what? I've been fully vaccinated. I'm going to start doing stuff, that to help it, to advocate. I'm going to start going places to, stand up and speak to our legislative people. It's time we start getting back to somewhat normal. I don't know if we'll ever be back to normal like we were before the pandemic. We may be after a long time, but it's time we start advocating. It's time we start doing what we can and feel safe about doing. Anyway, this is Mike, and I haven't shown the website address for us for a while, but there's our website for the Self-Advocacy Network Development Project. And also, I'm going to put my email up on the screen. If you want to email me, it's mthornton@disabilityrightsar.org. Again, this M as in Michael, Thornton, THORNTON, @disabilityrightsar.org. Anyway, take care and talk to you later.